believe you have something of mine.
About 4 foot tall, brown hair, talks like she's 64 years old.
Do you celebrate the holidays? If you do, are you one of those people that as soon as fall hits, you've got the Christmas music going, you're baking cookies, and are getting all the decorations out, eagerly awaiting Christmas? Or are you more of a, I celebrate and decorate, but it happens closer to Thanksgiving or even a little after? Or are you more like me, a Grinch, and approach the holidays with angst and a I wish this was over kind of mood? Let me know in the comments below, as I would love to get others' feelings on the holiday season. And also hit that like button and subscribe while you're at it. It's free, it really helps out the channel, and it would be an amazing Christmas gift to get to 500 subscribers. Over the years, I have leaned hard into my Grinch. The holidays are always seemingly stressful, from the grind of work getting even more strenuous as people are awaiting vacation days and holidays and the end of the year is coming. And also just the hustle and bustle, places to go, people to see, family, and all the fun dynamics that can bring. Simplicity and a grin and bear it has been so much of how I have approached the holiday season, which is somewhat unfortunate because my birthday happens to fall 3 days after Christmas and 3 days before New Year's. Suffice to say, my birthday hasn't always been that great, and I think I've linked a lot of my angst to my birthday and how exhausted everyone always is because Christmas just happened and New Year's Eve prep is on the way. So it's just made the holiday season, including my birthday, not feel very special or important. It didn't help that at a really young age of 5 or 6, I had an older teen sibling that was just too eager and happy to destroy my belief in Santa Claus. My extremely upset parents were not happy that they had to expose the secret and also have me keep that secret from my friends because a lot of them, for a long time, believed in Santa.
Brian, you know what? I know.
Know what?
A secret.
What secret?
Santa Claus. I've known for a long time. He's not real.
I think this is where a lot of my distrust of authority comes from because it's hard at such a young age to be exposed to a truth that the adults around you are essentially lying to you. I've never been a strong advocate for having children believe in Santa, but my wish of wanting to believe in Santa for longer was a definite thing. And the Miracle on 34th Street movie that came out in 1994 was a movie I watched religiously because a small part of me, even though at that time I was just a couple years into knowing the truth, wanted to believe that something magical could still happen. It's a great movie that, for my generation being the target audience, I think did a great job at telling the original story in a new way. It was heartwarming. It was enjoyable for so many different kinds of people and walks of life, and had the message that I think the holidays are the yearly reminder of, which is acting selflessly, being kind and courteous to people that are different from you, looking past our differences and coming together, a true time of service to others. Susan's character in Miracle on 34th Street is quite the protagonist. At a young age, it's obvious that she is highly intelligent, learned, and knows a lot about the world around her.
You know how much it costs to make this parade?
$1 million. $2 million?
1.6. And it's probably a big mistake because some guy's gonna buy Kohl's and turn it into a junk store.
That's not gonna happen. 2 big banks just came in and they rescued Kohl's, so you better check your sources.
But Kohl's has to pay them back plus interest. If they don't sell a lot of stuff at Christmas, you can forget about it, pal.
I think a lot of us kids at the time could relate quite a bit to her, having somewhat adult-like conversations with parents and knowing a lot about their work, feeling a little awkward and different from your friends, and just simply trying to figure things out and who you are in the grand scheme of everything. But at the same time, wanting and needing to be a kid that's wishful, hopeful, and believing in miracles and fantasy. I said in a previous video that children are only children for so long, and sometimes things happen that make children grow up too fast. While I don't think that lying to children about Santa is necessarily a good thing, as I have gotten older, I'm starting to understand why so many parents and adults keep it going. The belief and wonder of Santa for kids is a way to have them be in that fantastical, magical, miracles can happen headspace, which, if I'm truly honest, I wish we as adults held on to this more and for longer. My approach this year to the holiday season is different from years past in that I didn't want to feel the holidays and my birthday in such a place of annoyance and burden. So in an attempt to not be too much like Grinch this year, I decided right after Thanksgiving to put Christmas music on. get the tree set up, and put on some of my most favorite holiday movies. Miracle on 34th Street was an absolute must, so I got cozy and watched it. I felt all the feels, and the entire time I couldn't help but think about how important it is for children to have respite in a fantasy dream realm. Our world is intense and getting more and more stressful. Children have seen much over the past few years, and as times get more and more confusing and people become more and more at odds with each other, our children are growing up faster and faster. Couple that with the inundation of social media on the phones and tablets that so many young children are using every day nowadays. A lot of children are being taught by their parents that the world is a scary, dangerous place. And while I don't disagree with that, it's part of why I have had a shift in my thinking when it comes to the belief of Santa Claus while watching Miracle on 34th Street.
I'm not just a whimsical figure who wears a charming suit and affects a jolly demeanor. You know, I'm a symbol. I'm a symbol of the human ability to be able to suppress the selfish and hateful tendencies that rule the major part of our lives. If you can't believe, if you can't accept anything on faith, then you're doomed for a life dominated by doubt.
Like I said, I've watched this movie a lot, but this year, hearing that statement just hit me differently. I'm an advocate for truth and facts, which I've realized over the years has inhibited my ability to have faith. I'm not a religious person, but have believed myself to be a spiritual person. But hearing that statement really made me think. It got me thinking about how I have approached life, from my career, school, relationships, and the outside world. I'm actually not very good at faith, or even having faith in others, because I'm a, if I see it, then it's true kind of person. While I know that Santa is not real, he is a symbol that started from a real person that acted selflessly and saw the needs of others before his own. While religious faith is going to be different for each person and a journey that each of us takes separately, the concept of having faith in the broader sense is and should be for everyone. And I think Santa is a great start. He stems from pagan beliefs, so Santa is a non-denominational figure that anyone can enjoy. But it's more of the embodiment of what he represents that from now on, I am going to work on embracing, which is that sometimes miracles do happen. Things that seem magical do happen. Looking at our beautiful world all around us, magic could be in the spring as flowers start to bloom, or the wondrous nature of our seasons and how the world is living and breathing with us, changing over time and showing us its splendor. Or it could be, in the more serious aspect, how so many of us are starting to come together and finding solidarity with each other during truly difficult times. Those are miraculous things, and the children of our world should be seeing that more, not just in the media, but in our daily lives, learning to have a little faith in something bigger than themselves. So if the holidays are a difficult time for you, know that you are not alone. It is a difficult time, which makes sense because we are coming to the end of something and beginning again. And expectations we may have had for ourselves throughout the year that maybe didn't happen or happen in the way we hoped can be challenging and somewhat depressing. All of this change is hard. Life is hard, and how we approach all these things, I believe, dictates how our mind and bodies move through those changes. So in the spirit of Santa Claus, let's think of the children and what is best for them. This won't be for everyone or every household, but if you can, give your kids the chance to believe in something magical and mystical for as long as they can. And when they do find out, instead of calling it a secret or a lie, try to approach it from a place of wonder. Be honest and say that you wanted them to have something to believe in and remind them of what it felt like to have that belief. Inspire them to hold on to that feeling and provide it to others, whether it's younger siblings, cousins, or friends. Use the symbol of Santa Claus to inspire our young generation and approach their life with a capacity of having more faith. Maybe it's just what this crazy world needs right now. Thank you so much for watching. Have you ever watched this video? If you haven't, definitely give it a try. Let me know in the comments what you think of all of this. If you made it this far into the video, leave a Christmas tree in the comments below. Don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe. If you celebrate Christmas, I hope you have a wonderful holiday. And if you don't celebrate, I still send you much love and happiness as we end the year and start a new one. As always, stay safe, take care, and be kind to each other.
That's the end of the parade anyway. There's nothing else to see except guys cleaning up horse poop. And that doesn't thrill me at all.